Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. It is a bank holiday Monday in the UK and I've got a couple of videos for you today, and this is the first of two live broadcasts. Yes, this is live, so welcome to the live broadcast. If you are watching, then please do use the live chat or the super chat. If you're watching after the live broadcast, you can use the regular comment section below. This product, or these two products in this first video, were both sent in to me by Aukey. A big thank you to them for sending these in free of charge for the video. They haven't asked me to say anything in particular or to pre-approve the content, and they're two little gadgets or tech items that are just very useful. They're not very high value, but they are just super useful to have around your house, have in your kit bag, and I can't wait to show you. The thing I like to highlight with the Aukey products, and I always mention this, is sometimes you get products that are just too over-engineered when it comes to packaging, and you can just say to yourself, well, if this packaging costs so much to produce, surely that money could have been better spent elsewhere, maybe on the product. Well, Aukey just use very simple packaging, sort of manila brown boxes, very simple, and most of the money has gone into the actual products themselves. So let's switch over and have a closer look at them. Do stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to be doing a little Q&A. So if you've got any tech oriented questions, then please do pop them in the live chat and I'll answer them towards the latter part of this video. So let's take a look at the two products. So we have got a little USB hub, which I'm going to show you second, and then we've got this 4-port wall charger. The model number on this, you can see on the box here, is the PAS11. Now you don't have to remember the model numbers because all of the model numbers are indeed down in the video description area. So this is a 4-port wall charger with a built-in through-port socket as well. Now I'm in the UK, so of course this is a 3-pin UK socket on the front, and then of course we've got the 3-pin plug on the back which goes into your wall. And then quite simply we've got 4 USB-A type sockets. So you use these to charge things like your iPhone or other smartphone or indeed tablets and other devices that charge via USB. There are so many nowadays. I always top up my security cameras. They recharge via USB as well. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, not very exciting product, but just an extremely useful product to have around the house. Now some USB chargers just plug in via a normal plug and then you're taking up a plug socket. Well, with this one, if you're sort of limited or have very minimal amount of plug sockets in your room, at least you've got this through port to plug your regular sort of lamp in or other product that you're going to use on that particular socket. Very useful and extremely affordable as well. Check out the link down in the video description. Now the next product is a USB-C hub. Now we're seeing this slow transition across to USB-C and to gain back some legacy ports and some extra ports as well. These are very useful if you've got an Ultrabook or one of the newer laptops, or indeed a MacBook, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, all USB-C. This is model number CBC60 and it's in this really nice sort of metal casing with a satin finish on it, Aukey branding on the top, a nice short cable because this is a portable device, probably about, I would say about 15 centimeters long, terminated with a USB-C plug. And then on this side here we have got 3 USB-A ports, nothing on this side, and then on this side here we have got another USB-A port, HDMI as well, so we can output from our laptop or Ultrabook to HDMI, and then we've got USB-C on here as well, so an additional USB-C through port, and then some little rubberized feet on the bottom. It is quite lightweight, so even though you've got those rubberized feet, it still will move around on the desk if you put something heavy plugged into one of the ports, but it does help to sort of secure that down to the desk. And it's just a very useful product because not only are you getting 4 USB-A ports, you're also getting HDMI and that USB-C through port as well. Very portable, extremely well made, and I can highly recommend it. So those are the two products. This little USB-C hub and also the USB wall charger with 4 USB charging ports, both very, very useful indeed. Really extremely good. So that's it for this video. I can certainly recommend you take a look at those 2 products. Check out the links down in the video description. There's also a link down in the video description to the Aukey website. A big hello to Don Roy James and also Frugal Gaming. Good morning to you both. Thank you very, very much for tuning in live. I really do appreciate it. I mentioned a tech Q&A. Well, the question I get coming a lot about the way I produce the videos is that most of them are indeed live. I do pre-recorded videos as well. Indeed, just yesterday I did a video about the Optima H116 ST short throw projector. If you haven't seen that, please do check it out. One of the most asked questions I get is what equipment do I use to produce the videos? So I have covered this before, but I will run through it again. Because I think it's a very important question. Now I use a Blackmagic Design ATEM Mini, and this plugs into my computer via USB, and on the back it's got 4 HDMI ports, and then I can plug in HDMI cameras, devices, all different things into those HDMI ports, and it then treats them as though they were web cameras. So I have got my Sony AX53 camera on the tripod just here that you can't see. That's the main camera. And then I've got this overhead camera, which is a Nikon Z50, also connected via HDMI into that Blackmagic ATEM Mini. And then I can switch between the 2, so I can push buttons. The buttons are just out of your viewpoint, but the little console's down here, and I push the buttons to switch between the 2 cameras. And indeed, the very next video I'm doing on this channel is an HDMI device, so I'm going to have that plugged into port number 3, and then I can switch between the 3. So that's going to be fun, because not only do I present to the camera, I'm going to have to remember what buttons to push. So lots of different buttons and things going on in the background. So the ATEM Mini is plugged in to my iMac behind me here, and that's what runs the live broadcast. And then for audio, USB microphone. It's a Rode NT USB, so that's what you're hearing audio wise. Sometimes I use other microphones, especially if I'm testing them or reviewing them, but mainly I stick with the Rode NT USB. On the screen here you can see me in another window. That's the OBS software. That's what I use to actually connect, to do that interconnect between what's being broadcast and the YouTube interface. And then for the chat, where I'm reading your comments, they are all on my MacBook Pro here on the desk as well. So that's what I use primarily for broadcasting the videos. Frugal Gaming, what is the overhead is asking what is the overhead tripod mount? So this overhead camera is actually on an arm that's clamped to the back of the desk, and that is an Elgato multi-mount. So they released their key lights. The key lights are their sort of LED flat panel video lights, one of which I'm using at the moment. It's out of shot here, just lighting me. I've also got another light up there which is lighting in this direction, and they came with these really good arms that clamped onto your desk. Well, they released those separately, so this is a multi-mount, and then you can get additional arms as well that come out. So that's what I'm using for that overhead camera, and everything goes in via HDMI to that Blackmagic ATEM Mini. I used to use the Elgato Camlink, but then of course if you wanted multiple cameras you had to use up multiple USB ports, so that was very difficult. So that's what I use, and it all seems to run, touch wood, it all seems to run very well indeed. Also, Samuel Talbot, a big hello to you. I'm going to end the video there because I've got another one to do. I'm going to be doing a really cool review of a 4K HDR media streamer next, so please do tune in for that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for your questions as well, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon.